Just couldn't live without all white folk. Like all of them. Just imagine if Thanos snapped his fingers and he took away all the white people. Yeah, we might celebrate them first couple of days, cause all the races gonna be gone and shit. But then you gonna look around. Where the fuck Tom? Where my girl Katie? Boy, I ain't heard no good Coldplay in about a goddamn month. I need some white people. You know, the regular white people. I mean, have you ever had goddamn chicken salad with grapes in it? That shit delicious. And all black people ain't warriors. I still need me some G.I. Joe white boys. Ones who just like niggas, that's all. And who the fuck gonna make Family Guy? I'm pretty sure GTA ran by the whites. I don't need them motherfuckers to go nowhere. I mean, think about it. It's a whole slew of white folk. You be like, they can't go nowhere. Huh? What the fuck we gonna do without Sir Elton John? That's not a world I wanna live in. I mean, sometimes you need easy listening radio. What the fuck we gonna do without Delilah? Huh? Niggas love Delilah. It won't be no more John Wick movies. So I'm just saying, y'all don't go no goddamn well. We gonna figure this shit out together. I just couldn't live without all white.
All right, Shalom. This is Gamal Yala out of Great Millstone, Atlanta. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the Akim pushing out this truth and sincerity. All right, this is a quick lesson, and this is going to be entitled, We Won't Miss E. And, so this guy, this is a response to the lesson, to the video, obviously. But, and Jake was being comedic. He was just, it was to be taken as a joke. But, there was some truth in it. I'm saying he was sincere. He really meant what he said. But, and he mentioned, music and what their food, potato salad and all that stuff. So, and then, Jake is talking about, he gonna miss them, and, we're gonna figure it out. And no, we won't figure it out, man. Hey, look, well, first of all, let's establish this. Not all people that that have the appearance of a white person are Edomites. All right, when we say white people, all right, we say so-called white people because that's the label that Esau, Edom of the Bible, which is the so-called white man. But that's the label that they put on themselves. All right, so we use that for lack of a better term. But not all not all people that take the image of a white person are Edomites. All right, there are Israelites that will take the image of so-called white people or Chinese or or Asian or Ham, or African. These our people were scattered throughout the earth. So let's just establish that. And then Jake also said that, he said, I'm not talking about the ones, what do you say? He said there's ones that act black or whatever. And so he understands that to some degree, because there are so-called Edomites that, not Edomites, but there's Jakes that have the appearance of being white, that act black. All right. And so on and so forth. So now one thing I want to establish is that one day the earth will exist without so-called white people. Because after the period of 1,000 years, okay, they're gonna be eradicated. Okay, they're gonna be done away with. All right, and we're gonna basically dig them up out of they're gonna go into slavery. They're gonna go into captivity. So it will. They're gonna be put in their proper position, which is servants of Yasharallah, Israel. All right. So yeah, there will be a world without so-called white people. But prior to that, there's going to be a world with Israelite dominance in the white and the so-called white people, Edomites. I'll say Edomites. there's going to be a point where Edomites are going to, they're going to serve. They're going to, it's not going to be a white world. No longer going to be an Edomite ruled world. And we're not going to miss them. We're not going to miss, we're not going to miss anything about this kingdom, this world, this current world. We're not going to look in the kingdom and be like, oh man, I miss this, I miss that. No, the kingdom is going to be, infinite infinite amount of times better than this current world. All right, but this is Isaiah 24:21. It says, "It shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall punish the host of the high ones that are on the earth. That are on high, and the kings of the earth upon the earth." So the Lord's gonna punish the Edomites, man. All right, these higher up Edomites that rule the world. It says, "And they shall be gathered together as prisoners, as prisoners are gathered in the pit, and shall be shut up in the prison, and after many days shall be visited." Okay? Yeah, so they're going to be prisoners, and this is also talking about when Esau, because Esau is going to go dig into underground bunkers, to try to escape the Lord's judgment. All right, but it ain't gonna work. I mean, well, I'll say this: we're gonna do, eventually after many days, we're gonna dig them up. I mean, we're gonna visit them. Get them from where they are and put their asses in chains. Let's see. Let's get this. Isaiah 49:23, it says, "And kings shall be thy nursing fathers, and queens thy nursing mothers. They shall bow down to thee with their face toward the earth, and lick up the dust of thy feet, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord. For they shall not be ashamed that wait on me." Yeah, so the higher ups, kings and queens, they're gonna be bowing down to Jake, okay, to Yasharallah, because we're gonna be the kings of the earth. All right. But a world, let me see, let's get this. Yep. This is 2 Peter 3:13. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. So that's the point that I'm making, is that the new kingdom and earth, the new world, the new earth is going to dwell in righteousness, man. All right. It's not going to dwell in this wicked, evil, corrupt system. It's going to be totally righteous. All right. We're going to finally be able to keep the laws because it's going to be written on our inward parts. We're going to treat the earth with care. We're going to actually, know how to handle the nature, handle nature, handle the animals, handle everything. It's going to be order. It's going to be put completely back in order. So nobody's finna be missing these Edomites, man. Nobody's finna be missing them, man. Matter of fact, they're gonna, the scriptures say they're gonna say, "Is this the man that caused the earth to tremble, that had the people in derision?" Yeah, because they're gonna see how low of in a state he is, and they're gonna be like, "Damn, is this him? Like, is this who was ruling?" But yeah, the world is gonna go back in their right mind. Okay, it's no longer gonna be, people are gonna realize that how much better Israelite rule is than Edomite rule, because this devil is destroying the earth. All right, he's destroying. He says the earth is defiled under the inhabitants. Matter of fact, let's get that. Isaiah 24 and 5. The earth is also defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. All right. Now let's get this. Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. So people are actually in mourning. We're not going to miss these people. We're not going to miss these Edomites, because we're in mourning, man. You know, having to work, having to, you know, be a slave here in Babylon, you know, under this system. We're not going to miss Edomite rule. We're not going to miss any Edomites and think like, damn, you know what? Like, yeah, let's give them, let's keep them around. No, look, all Edomites gotta go. They're gonna be put in their proper place, and then you know, eventually, after they've done their servitude, you know, we believe that, you know, they'll be eradicated. You know, what do you call that? Ethnically cleansed. You know, but ultimately wickedness has to be put out the earth. So we're not going to miss wickedness. We're not going to miss anything about this devil. You know, not the food, not the music, not the and a lot of that stuff that Esau excels in, those are Jake anyway. I mean, I'm sorry, not the Esau, that the so-called, that certain white people excel in, like the music and all the stuff. Some of the stuff he mentioned, you know, the recipes and all those things, those are Jake anyway. A lot of those are Jake inspired anyway. Jake is the former of all things. So any facet that, you know, that's good, we're not going to miss any of it, because everything's going to be better in the kingdom regardless. But just proving the point that you know, anything that is decent, you know, that's good by the hands of a person that appears to be white, they're Israelite. All right, like I said, the recipes, the music, all those different things, you know, that we tend to enjoy from white people, those are actually Israelites. All right, just for clarity, you know. So I just wanted to you know, do a lesson on that. You know, it was like a, you know, Jake was obviously, you know, kind of making a joke out of it, but, you know, in reality, you know, on a serious note, there can be edification behind it, because, you know, that's soon to come. There soon will be a world without Edomite rule and Edomite existence, even, you know. So very soon, you know. And yeah, so that's that. You know, Lord will leave edified, giving all praise, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Kakudash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone. Shalom.